Stellantis, one of the world's largest automobile manufacturers, is facing a crisis that could significantly impact the U.S. automotive market. In recent months, the company's financial situation and strategies have become a source of concern, both for its executives and for American consumers. Iconic brands like Jeep, Dodge, Ram, and Chrysler, which have always been synonymous with toughness and performance in the country, are suffering from a sharp decline in sales and popularity. The company's leadership, with CEO Carlos Tavares, is under heavy criticism for recent decisions, raising questions about Stellantis' future in the United States. So grab your popcorn, because in today's video, we'll show you how this crisis might affect you and what you need to know about it. So don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated on innovations and news in the US market. In the first 6 months of 2024, Stellantis' global profits fell by about 48%, with a large portion of that loss attributed to weak performance in North America, particularly in the United States. Brands that have traditionally dominated the North American market are now struggling to stay relevant, and many loyal customers are turning to competitors offering more modern technologies and vehicles aligned with market trends. One of the biggest problems Stellantis faces in the United States is related to its misguided strategies and growing dissatisfaction with the leadership of Carlos Tavares. The CEO is facing heavy criticism from both dealers and internal executives, who believe his decisions are harming the company's long-term performance. The strongest criticisms have come from the Stellantis National Dealer Council in the United States. In an open letter dated September 2024, the council expressed dissatisfaction with Tavares' policies, arguing that he has prioritized quick financial gains and short-term decisions rather than focusing on sustainable growth. While these decisions have produced a slight boost in short-term profits, many believe they are damaging the brand and the company's relationship with dealers, who play a crucial role in Stellantis' sales and brand image in the country. Among Tavares' most controversial decisions are substantial cuts to marketing budgets and changes to dealer compensation policies. By reducing marketing investments, Stellantis weakened the promotion of its brands in the United States, leading to less visibility in an increasingly competitive market. To make matters worse, the decision to tie dealer compensation to vehicle shipments rather than actual sales created an overstock situation, leaving many dealers burdened with vehicles they can't sell. These strategic missteps are damaging the company's relationship with its key sales partners, which could further exacerbate Stellantis' crisis in the United States. Dissatisfaction with Tavares also reflects his cost-cutting approach. While reducing expenses is a common strategy during times of crisis, many believe the measures Stellantis has taken are having the opposite of the desired effect. By reducing the workforce and shutting down operations at some factories in North America, the company is undermining its ability to meet market demand. This, combined with a poorly coordinated new product launch strategy, is leaving many U.S. consumers unsure about the company's direction. The result of these misguided strategies is clear: a collapse in sales. Brands like Jeep and Dodge, long beloved by American consumers, are seeing their sales plummet. Over the past 5 years, sales of Jeep, Dodge, and Chrysler have dropped 39% in the United States, a significant decline that is raising uncertainty about the future of these brands in the American market. The Dodge brand in particular has experienced a dramatic 67% drop in sales since its peak in 2013. This represents a significant loss for Stellantis, especially considering that Dodge vehicles like the Charger and Challenger have always been synonymous with power and performance for older American consumers, who value the strength of V8 engines and the classic style of muscle cars. Jeep, long one of the most popular brands among Americans, is also facing difficulties. Its sales have dropped 44% since 2018, with only 642,924 vehicles sold in 2023, the lowest number in more than a decade. This is particularly alarming considering that U.S. consumers have always valued Jeep's rugged, off-road SUVs, which are ideal for the country's varied terrain, from Arizona's off-road trails to snow-covered highways in Minnesota. Another major problem Stellantis faces in the United States is excess inventory. In March 2024, the company reported having 1.4 million new vehicles sitting in its U.S. stock. This is a clear indication that demand for its vehicles has dropped dramatically. Part of this problem can be attributed to the lack of innovation and the company's inability to keep up with shifting preferences among American consumers. The SUV market, for example, is becoming increasingly competitive in the United States, with brands like Ford and Tesla introducing new electric models that capture consumers' attention. Meanwhile, many of Stellantis' vehicles are still based on older designs and technologies, causing consumers to seek out more modern and efficient options. The result is that Stellantis' vehicles are sitting in dealerships much longer than usual, further exacerbating the inventory problem. This surplus of unsold vehicles is a direct consequence of Stellantis' misguided production decisions. During the pandemic, the company ramped up production to ensure sufficient stock when the economy recovered. However, demand never returned to the expected level, leaving Stellantis with a massive number of vehicles it now can't sell. This presents a significant problem for American dealerships, which are struggling with lots full of vehicles that fail to attract modern consumers. One of Stellantis' most controversial moves in the United States has been the transition from traditional V8 engines to the new Hurricane twin-turbo inline six-cylinder engine. This decision, promoted as a way to make vehicles more fuel-efficient and less polluting, has not been well received by many American consumers, who have long associated the Dodge and Ram brands with the power and performance of V8 engines. For many Americans, the sound and feels of driving a V8-powered vehicle is an integral part of the experience of owning a Dodge or a Ram. The V8 engine is synonymous with strength and raw performance, and the replacement with a smaller, though more efficient engine is seen as a loss of the essence of these brands. This has generated criticism from consumers and dealers across the country, who question whether Stellantis truly understands what American consumers expect from its iconic brands. Hey, before we continue, please like the video and subscribe to our channel so you can stay up to date on the US automotive market and innovations. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. In addition, many consumers are concerned about the durability and performance of the new Hurricane engines. Although Stellantis has promoted the engine as being just as powerful as the V8, many consumers remain skeptical. For Dodge and Ram brand loyalists, the experience of driving a powerful vehicle is not just about performance numbers. It's about the feeling of control and power that the V8 engine provides, something the Hurricane might not be able to replicate. The future of Stellantis in the United States is more uncertain than ever. The company is facing a series of challenges that, if not addressed quickly, could result in devastating consequences. Carlos Tavares' misguided strategies, combined with the lack of innovation and growing dissatisfaction among dealers, are putting Stellantis in a tough position. American consumers, especially those over 50, are key to Stellantis' success in the United States. They have been loyal to the Dodge, Jeep, and Ram brands for decades, but they are beginning to lose confidence in the company. If Stellantis fails to adapt to new market demands, we risk seeing the continued decline of some of the country's most beloved brands. In the coming years, it will be crucial for Stellantis to invest in innovation and regain the trust of American consumers. This may include launching new electric and hybrid vehicles, improving fuel efficiency, and perhaps most importantly, the ability to balance the tradition of power and performance with the environmental and technological demands of the future. Stellantis has a rich history in the United States, but to ensure its survival and relevance, it will need to make profound changes to its strategies and how it communicates with the American public. To regain the trust of consumers in the United States, Stellantis will need to show a genuine commitment to innovation while honoring the traditions that made brands like Dodge, Jeep, and Ram so beloved. American consumers over 50, in particular, tend to value strong performance but are also open to new technological advances, as long as these advances don't compromise the driving experience these brands are known for. Stellantis, however, is lagging behind competitors like Ford, General Motors, and Tesla in the race to electrify their fleets. Tesla, for example, continues to dominate the electric vehicle market in the United States, winning over both younger consumers and those who have historically preferred combustion vehicles but now seek energy efficiency and innovation. Meanwhile, Ford has made great strides with its F-150 Lightning, an electric vehicle that maintains the power the F-150 line is known for, while also offering the efficiency of an electric-powered vehicle. If Stellantis wants to compete effectively, it will need to launch vehicles that combine the best of both worlds, strength and sustainability. This doesn't mean the company should abandon combustion engines entirely, but it should offer a diversified lineup that includes electric and hybrid vehicles to meet the varying demands of the American market. For many consumers over 50, the transition to an electric vehicle might seem like a drastic change. However, if Stellantis can offer a solution that maintains both performance and comfort, there is a strong chance it can win back this audience. Another crucial factor for Stellantis' success in the United States is its relationship with dealers. Historically, dealerships have played a vital role in building and maintaining the company's brands in the American market. However, the recent changes implemented by Carlos Tavares, especially those that tie dealer compensation to vehicle shipments rather than actual sales, have generated great dissatisfaction. Many dealers in the United States are currently overwhelmed with unsold vehicle inventories, leading to frustration and financial challenges. These dealerships, which are on the front line of Stellantis' relationship with consumers, feel they are being left behind by the company's leadership. This disconnect between Stellantis headquarters and its U.S. dealerships needs to be addressed immediately. Cuts like these, while they may improve short-term numbers, have hurt the visibility of the brands in an increasingly saturated market of innovative options. Additionally, Stellantis should better support its dealerships by providing training and resources to help them sell new electric and hybrid vehicle models. Many consumers over 50 may be interested in transitioning to an electric vehicle, but they may need more information and assurance about the reliability and performance of these vehicles. Dealerships play a key role in providing this information and educating consumers. Equipping them with the necessary knowledge could be the key to revitalizing sales. Stellantis is at a critical crossroads in the United States. The decisions the company makes in the coming years will determine whether it can adapt to the new realities of the U.S. automotive market, or if it will continue to lose ground to more agile and innovative competitors. The criticism surrounding Carlos Tavares' leadership, dealer dissatisfaction, and consumer frustration over technological changes all indicate that the company needs a new strategic direction. To regain the American market, Stellantis will need a multifaceted approach that involves innovation, respect for traditions, and a strong relationship with its dealerships. Consumers over 50, who have been loyal to Jeep, Dodge, and Ram for decades, could still form the foundation upon which the company builds its future. However, Stellantis will need to ensure that its products align with the expectations of this audience and offer the right balance of performance, efficiency, and innovation. Electrification is the future, but Stellantis cannot forget its past. By balancing innovation with tradition, the company can not only survive, but thrive in the competitive U.S. automotive market. After all, the history of the American automotive industry is made up of companies that knew how to reinvent themselves, and with the right choices, Stellantis still has a chance to write the next chapter of that story. Do you think they still have a chance in the U.S.? What do you think the company should do to change this situation? Leave your comment and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.